Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Kim. Kim E, the Diabetes MP. Excuse me. So, we're gonna make this a quick one because sis needs to get some exercise in before I go get my kids. Actually, I gotta get my kids and then I gotta go to a parent interest meeting. So, mama moving and shaking. So, we're gonna make this quick, okay? But I posted on my stories and I posted also in my in feed. I have been a part of this four-part learning collaborative. It's an echo learning collaborative, which is a really effective education tool. We'll talk about that later. Well, maybe we won't, but it's just something I really like. But I'm a part of an echo training learning collaborative where I'm the lead faculty talking about diabetes prevention and management and optimizing care teams, healthcare teams, and stuff. And today, I ended up doing. I ended up talking about what did I talk about today? I can't even remember. My mind is everywhere, y'all. Oh, I talked about whole person care and I talked about shared decision making. Y'all gonna have to give me grace, okay? It's the end of the week. I'm done working my day gig. I'm off for the weekend now, but work's never done. But anyways, so anywho, um, I had a question that actually came up not today, but as we have been meeting and things like that. And I really touched on it and fleshed it out today in my presentation. And I felt like this is a question that I think I should bring over here because I have had this question many, many times. And um, I've had this question just in general, colleagues. And I think it's the age old question, how do we motivate our patients with diabetes? And so I put together a little notes, got my little phone here, my little trusty phone here, and I put together some notes just to kind of how I go about that because I know the struggle. The struggle is real out here in these streets. So, first off, what I would like to say about motivating people with diabetes is that we ourselves cannot motivate other people. Now, this is not just in healthcare. This is not just healthcare providers. You yourself cannot motivate somebody else to do something else. Now, I already know what you're kind of saying there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kim, I have business coaches, I have trainers, I have all these different things and teachers and all that stuff like that. I know what you're saying. But in essence, what they're doing is not motivating you. They're actually in essence turning a mirror around and really showing you what's already within you, right? They're unlocking your potential, right? They're not doing anything that you're not already doing or want to do or possess, right? And so let's be very clear what people's role in your life is. And so when it comes to our patients, it's the same thing. If people are not bought into the process, there's nothing that we can say, there's nothing that we can do that it's going to make anyone do anything. So let me give an example. This is an example that we probably as clinicians have all had. You have a patient that wants to lose weight. Well, if that patient is not convinced and has the conviction that they need to lose weight, the weight's not going to come off. Think about yourself. I mean, hey, maybe y'all are all fit and trim and all that stuff like that. But honey, over my lifetime, I have definitely been on weight loss journeys. And I can say all day long that I want to be a certain size by the summertime. But until I actually, in my mind, make up my mind and say, you know what, I'm going to cut this out of my diet. This is my down point. Like for me, exercise is never an issue for me. I exercise regularly. It's the food that I eat. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I'm having to cut out certain foods that I know that will lead me down a rabbit hole until I make my mind up about that. It doesn't matter what happens. And I know that about myself. Our patients are the same. They're absolutely the same with that. So that's one thing. Let's really get that under like have that understanding. We ourselves as clinicians cannot motivate our patients, right? We can't motivate them to get off their couch and walk and exercise. We can't motivate them to cut out those sodas. We can't motivate them to do that. They have to make the decision to actually say, this is what I want to do. And one of the things that I mentioned today was that really leaning into what motivates your patient. What is it that motivates them? Oh, wow. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me now? I guess, can you hear me better now? Had it kind of down. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Okay. So, okay, good. I had the volume down. I'm sorry. I hope you could hear some of that. Hope you could hear some of that. Could you not hear me at all? Could you not hear me at all? Oh, okay. Okay. So, anywho, so just to recap, just in case you didn't hear the beginning part, the question that I get often and the question that I just answered on the presentation that I had, I got this question and I fleshed it out, with the presentation I did. The question is, how do you motivate your patients that have diabetes? And the really long story short, you can't. You yourself cannot motivate your patients that have diabetes. But what is your role though? Your role is to provide them with the tools, to empower them, to give them the correct information so they can make informed and educated decisions. And the hope, the science behind it, the thought behind it is, if you know more, if you know better, you'll do better, right? Think about it. For those who have children, we raise our children up with the hope that they're going to go out into the world and do the right thing. Now, it's a crapshoot. They may not, but 9 times out of 10, if you have the right tools, if you know what's wrong, innately, we know what's right from wrong. The idea is that you would choose what's right for you, right? Based on the evidence that has been given to you. So basically that's really, this is not going to be a very long live. I did want to come on here and just really talk about that. The same is true with any type of chronic disease management, especially because when we're dealing with chronic disease, people are invested for the long haul. And I'm talking about diabetes. I'm talking about hypertension. I'm talking about hyperlipidemia. You name it. Like, those are the big ones, but there's other ones as well, like thyroid issues, hypothyroidism. These are typically conditions that are just not going to go away. You know what I'm saying? People are there's a high chance that they're going to have it or have to be intentional about it for the rest of their life. Even if someone is not taking medication for it or anything like that, they're still going to have to be intentional about that diagnosis. And so people have to have a buy-in. That is what lifestyle modifications, even within the name, lifestyle changes, lifestyle modifications, which we all know that is something that is endorsed by every governing guideline board, whether it be for any chronic disease. They all push lifestyle changes, lifestyle modifications. But think about what that is. Lifestyle changes. Lifestyle changes doesn't just come from something that you do over the weekend. It's just not it comes from behavior change. So you have to convince people that this is part of your life. I've had many patients that have been able to do what we call diabetes remission, meaning that they don't have to take medications. They are able to be without medications for over a year. But the thing that they cannot get away from is that the moment that they stop doing the things that they were doing to get them into remission, they go right back into the diagnosis of diabetes. It's an intentional thing. It's a lifestyle now. It's a lifestyle, you know? And so, anyways, I'm going to look here, see if I had any notes. I had made some quick little notes. And really just to understand, like, just going back to like, we are not, motivation comes from internal, it's not external. And that's really a part of the empowerment movement that we're going through. There's many articles that are, written, have been studied. The empowerment theory. There's a great article that I read. It's Funnel and Williams, I believe, but it's called Empowerment from Revolution to Evolution, and it talks all about, they have great graphics and a great article that talks about motivation does not come externally, it comes internally. People have to buy in to what they're doing, and that goes for all of us. That goes for all of us. That's the only time you will be able to actually have change that will actually stay for the long haul. So anyways, I wanted to pop on here, answer that question. That's a question that I get often. And I've gotten often on here. I've gotten on YouTube. I've had this, many people, like colleagues, have asked me that, and it came up again in the presentation, in the group that I'm speaking to. And I wanted to just flesh that out, you know what I'm saying? And so, but you have been sitting here with Kim E, the Diabetes MP. And if you are not following me over on YouTube, you can find me over there at that name, Kim E, the Diabetes MP. And I'm just uploading. I'm like really trying to get back into the field of like putting out like actual produced content, and not like live content, but really honestly, this is where I'm at in my life. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go exercise and go get the kiddos, and so this is what I had it on my mind. I wanted to pop in and just kind of answer that question. But anyways, guys, hope you all are having a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.